Welcome everyone, Christine here with a new campaign guide for Ungrim Ironfist in patch 5.0 Thrones of Decay. Now, I do wish to specify that this guide is built on the idea that you do have the DLC. If you don't have the DLC, well, let's just say it won't necessarily apply quite as much, though certainly you can follow the basic strategy, though unit composition and hero composition is going to be different. Now, I am using auto-resolve mods for this just to be able to go through these battles faster. If you're playing fully vanilla, my recommendation, my firm recommendation is you do fight a lot of these battles manually. You will get more post-battle loot, especially like with regards to field battles. Like, it's more beneficial from an experience standpoint to fight the field battles, because in a field battle, unless the enemy army is completely destroyed, which it certainly would in that first one, in a field battle you can get more grudges potentially, especially if an enemy is attacking you on the end turn. Also, you can get also with respect to that, you can get more experience if the enemy does retreat and you are able to do 2 battles as opposed to 1. So anyway, first thing here, we're gonna get some Slayer Pirates, we're gonna get Rune Marcher, Inspiring Presence, we're gonna want Rune of Speed over there, and we're gonna want the Way of the Guilds. I don't like going clans early on, because here's the thing, the Dwarf army has always been strong. It's never been the issue with the Dwarves that their army is not strong enough. The issue has generally been the fact that they just had a lot of bad campaign mechanics. That is no longer the case. With the DLC, we can recruit a Dragon Slayer right from the very beginning over here from Karak. And we're also going to want to recruit a bunch of Slayers over here. The reasoning for that particular situation is the fact that we're going to want to get as many of these Dragon Slayers as quickly as possible. We want the replenishment from the Dragon Slayer, which is obviously going to help us a great deal. Now, you do want to declare war on the Rock Skulls over here. And what's different in Ungrim's campaign is because of the new units, the new economy, the fact that Slayers are actually worth using right now, things are a bit different. But for the most part, like very early game, you're going to want to do the same thing, which is to wipe out the faction you're initially at war with, and then go deal with Skarsnik. I have chosen to increase my local recruitment capacity just to get more Slayers from the beginning. Now, Slayer Pirates, not quite as good as regular Slayers in melee, but quite crucially, they can fire while moving, they can do a good amount of damage with ranged, so you can really weaken the enemy before they get into melee. And with Ungrim, with Journey's End finally being fixed, I imagine, actually based on what I've personally seen, though feel free to correct me on this, but based on what I've seen, Journey's End is finally fixed. Thanks, CA. Took you all long enough. Anyway, so we go over here. And what we want to do here is we want to get more Slayers, Slayer Pirates. We're going to need 8 Slayers in total. We want to go with heavy cornstones, and really, research-wise, you want to get Rat Poison for the replenishment, and also, crucially, you want to get High King Authority. You could skip on Rat Poison, but here's the thing. What you really want in this research tree is to get all these things over here. So getting these research that takes 1 turn but costs of gold is actually extremely beneficial in your campaign. You want to get the Master Engineer over here, and you want the growth building. You'll get the barley field in the initial settlement, but you want the engineer over here. You don't care so much about the gyrocopters, though they can be a good anti-large unit if you really want to, but personally I just don't really see much of a benefit in that. So that's already... We already have 4 Slayers. We're gonna get up to 7 next turn. And Garagrim is going to spawn on Ungrim. Worth remembering that. So when you get Garagrim, he's gonna spawn on Ungrim. You're probably gonna want to get another Slayer Lord to do more recruitment. Like, what you want to do with Ungrim is you want to give him a Slayer army as quickly as possible. After that, I would recommend getting rid of Karak landmark, because you're gonna benefit more from getting other buildings over there. Specifically, you want to get a Fane for the sake of unit recruitment, but honestly, you want to get a bunch of things. I will not necessarily focus on artillery, because once you do your initial set of grudges over here, like once you get your first Age of Reckoning in, one of the benefits in Ungrim's campaign is you absolutely can get that initial Age of Reckoning. Get rid of this barley field, because Grom Peak has cattle, and you're going to be able to benefit from that. By the way, if you really want to cheese it, you can use a Rune Lord that gets Tamarkin's trait. So one of the things you could do is either play Malachai's campaign, Realms of Chaos, Thrones of Decay, Immortal Empires, or any dwarf campaign, and just rush Tamarkin, get a Lord that has the Tamarkin trait for those free hero capacity, assuming CA doesn't decide to nerf it. Now over here, we're gonna just get more Slayers, and we're gonna be able to pick up that Engineer very shortly. Now I'm not gonna make use of that trait for this particular video. What we want here is Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Now the reason Rune of Wrath and Ruin is so important is if you set the battle timer to unlimited, you can genuinely win every siege without having any kind of artillery. That is not a joke. How many Slayers do I have? So I've got 15 plus 2, 17 plus Garagrim. Okay, so we don't actually need. So how many range units? Got a good amount, so let's go with one of each over here. I'm not recruiting 2 units because there's no point, because if you switch the commandment on the turn that you're doing recruitment, it will only recruit 2 units. So anyway, just gonna skip ahead, go for Grand Peak, get that Engineer, or actually, let me just end this turn, just to get Garagrim. So, with Garagrim, and you have the easiest time out of all the Dwarf Legendary Lords to get him, but with Garagrim, you get 2 heroes that give you replenishment. You may want to take the Dragon Slayer that is in Ungrim's army, and you may want to put him in another force. Slayers are, I wouldn't say they're very, very strong in this situation, but they're quite capable of winning against the Greenskins in melee, because the Greenskins don't really have a good counter to them. You might say, well, Nasty Skulkers. Absolutely, but here's the problem with that. Nasty Skulkers are good against units that are armored. They're also good against cavalry because, well, various reasons. Over here, what do I want? That's a good question. Let's say we go with a Fane. We get this to Tier 2. We recruit that Master Engineer with Grubney. We are going to move right here. So I'm just going to recruit a couple more Slayers. Get rid of that. Let's get more Slayers. Slayer Pirates, Slayer regular Slayers. Over here, we're just going to force march because we want to do this as quickly as possible. You can see that I'm already at 29%. And this is one of the benefits in Ungrim's campaign. Of all the legendary lords that exist in the game of dwarves, Ungrim is in a position where he can really, really take advantage of the Age of Reckoning mechanic, because he's got a lot of settlements next to him that give him quite a few advantages. I would probably not recommend declaring war on those, because you'd get, what will happen if you declare war on Carrick 8 Peaks, you'll get all of these grudges that they have, so that's well over 1k grudges added to the pool of grudges that you will need for your next Age of Reckoning. So don't declare war on the Mutinous Gets just yet. So over here, we're just gonna get more Slayers. Right here. Now, one thing that's not particularly great in this campaign, I admit, is the fact that you do need to get that landmark in Character Dren into Tier 5 if you want to achieve your short campaign victory. So recommendation, focus on the growth in Carcadrin. You are probably going to face some rebellions, but to be honest, once you finish your first Age of Reckoning, which should be very easy in this campaign, once you finish your first Age of Reckoning, you will not have rebellions as much as possible. Because rebellions, you know, you get that 5 control, or you get a measure of control. Even if you don't fill the Age of Reckoning, you're still going to get a good amount of control. Regardless, we got the growth over here. I know I don't have enough for Rat Poison. but that's fine. We're gonna take Grom Peak. It's gonna be, it's probably better to sack some settlements because you want, you do want to pick that up. For Ungrim, I recommend getting Grimnir's heirs, obviously Slayers, and pick that up. Now, here we want the goat pastures, we want that grove to take advantage of it. We want to force march him as quickly as possible, get that engineer. What do we want to get here? Well, I would start, well, there's pros and cons with both approaches, but I'd recommend starting to get Thunderers and Iron Drakes. Being able to recruit Thunderers and Iron Drakes as early as possible here is certainly going to be an advantage. So we got Gabriel. Go with replenishment for him. All of his special skill line stuff, don't worry too much about it. Like, just focus on the replenishment, focus on his melee combat skill line over there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so like all of the death blow skills for Ungrim, for Gabriel, for all the Slayers are automatically granted at various ranks. So that's kind of one of the things that you want to take advantage of. Do I want a barracks there? I mean, truth be told, it's probably like this Slayer is going to go higher, but still, this will give you the flexibility you may want. So let's pay attention to what Skarsnik is doing. That's kind of one of the things we want to do over here. Be careful with a few declarations of war. Like, this is the thing about Age of Reckoning. You just want to be careful with your initial declarations of war. That is it. There's nothing more to it. If you feel like you need extra combat power, then we don't need melee power. We could use some miners or blasting charges. Or you could just recruit regular dwarf warriors if you don't want to build a barracks over here in Red Peaks. So for 8%, the key to getting ahead over here is going to be the quest battle. So we're going to get a quest battle and rank 7, so 2 turns. Because, like, you get to rank 7 and the turn after that, the quest battle is going to trigger. That said, while there's obviously significant benefits if you do go and finish the quest battle as quickly as possible, casualty replenishment for 2 turns, a lot of money, which you can use, it isn't quite as necessary to do those quest battles as quickly as possible, and you might benefit from waiting for the next Age of Reckoning before you do so. Now, battle tactics wise, let me say it, you've got a fucking load of Slayers. Take them in. I'd probably recommend, like, you can, with walled settlements, you might actually benefit because you have so much casualty replenishment. You might genuinely benefit from being able to... Okay, now I'm a bit worried here because Skarsnik might declare war, so we're gonna go get that artillery over here. We get the cafe and caravan, and we're just gonna declare war on these 2 factions, and then get a peace agreement with both of them. There's your money. Declare war on these fellows, the ogres that they start a war with. Declare war on Gelt. You might wonder why we were declaring war on Gelt. Well, see, the thing about Gelt is that he does, you do have good relations with him, so while he won't agree to a peace agreement initially, he will eventually agree to a peace agreement. So from my personal perspective on that subject, it's probably the best strategy to get a good agreement right there. I'm just gonna march these guys regular marching over here. Now, Skarsnik does, let's just say, have a tendency to, like, one of the things I've noticed with Skarsnik is that he does have, shall we say, a tendency to go try and get the mutinous kits. We obviously want to stop them from doing that. Now, Ungrim's movement range is enough that we can actually get him to reinforce this particular army. An interesting thing about Demon Slayers is that they have Siege Attacker. Yes. I'm glad for that. It's like, it's a freaking Demon Slayer. Of course he has Siege Attacker. So what we're trying to do over here is, as quickly as possible, we want to deal with the situation, because then we want to go deal with Azak. And also deal with as many grudges as humanly possible, as quickly as possible in this affair. So I'm probably going to split my troops a bit. Keep in mind that I will get a lot of reinforcements. Azag is not as big of a priority as you might think until turn 10. Like, after turn 10, you can easily dispatch him if you complete your first Age of Reckoning. Because that Age of Reckoning is going to provide you that entire Slayer army. Okay, so over here, let's go Safeguard. First quest battle has been activated. 4 turns, 40%. I might have to use the quest battle, but I think I'll just leave those for the last moment. So over here, we declare war on Skarsnik. Okay, obviously that's not a winnable battle. It's fine, because we can get reinforcements. Just click that. So just move Ungrim. And if you want to be a bit cheeky about this, well, I'm gonna give him the Dragon Slayer. I'm gonna move him. Okay, let me explain something here about this. So it is ideal to obviously have fresh troops. So if you really want to have the best battle scenario here, it would be beneficial, of course, to transfer all of these guys to the army. However, sieges can be won by just a single runesmith. But if you just want more certainty on that subject, yeah, you can certainly improve your situation right there. So we're just gonna get some dwarf warriors. We just want the numbers here for a moment. We want Rune of Slowness right here. We want more replenishment, hard to hit. Although maybe hard to hit is not really the skill that you want to go for. Get Grimnir's Heirs. Get increased mobility. Probably should have transferred the engineer really to that other army, because we are going to want the movement range on Ungrim. So 4 turns, 49%. It's gonna be a bit dicey, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna be a bit dicey. The real question is, do I do that quest battle or do I skip it? Like, it would be ideal if I skipped it for the next Age of Reckoning, but pros and cons, right? Okay, so Azag has dealt with all of that. Try and minimize your casualties in battle. The reason you want to minimize your casualties in battle is not because you can't recover those casualties. You do have good replenishment right now. In fact, you might... Well, Malachi does have Felix, who gives him replenishment as well, and he can get the Dragon Slayer pretty quickly as well. But you do have pretty good replenishment. The reason you want to minimize your casualties is because you want to ensure that Azag doesn't finish dealing with the rock skulls and decides to, okay, we dealt with that, let's just declare war on him, right? Actually, let's just take all of these slayers. Like, you probably, you don't want to keep all of these guys here, but let's just actually, let's take him as well, because we're gonna do the quest battle now. Not my favorite option, I admit, but it is an option. Okay, so we're at 6 turns. We're gonna get over here. We could get Quarrelers. Let's upgrade this one. Now we want to teleport to the Slayer Crown. Each quest battle gives you 500 grudges. So over here we want Drink to Victory, I think would be a good one. Though I'm not sure how much Gorod I had. Yeah, it ran out. I agree. So with that sorted out, we got our money. We move. Like, I'm fine leaving a couple of units out of this. Okay, so we take all of this, because we're gonna get some grudge units here. Or we're gonna get some grudge units in another army. I am the Slayer King. Here, get Forge Fire and get the Rune of Harfen Home, because it gives you vigor benefits. Here, Stubborn Defiance is pretty good because it gives you that physical resistance. Triangulation, all that's very good.
It is time.
So right now, money-wise, we're fine for the moment. But let's start recruiting. I'm gonna get a Rune Lord for the magical ability, and we're gonna start recruiting Thunderers and Iron Drakes.
City Commander.
Okay.
Our affiliation.
Let's see if we can get any peace agreement. Right.
It is time.
Don't declare war on clan verms. Ignore that for a moment. Don't declare war on clan verms. Their grudges will be added to the pool that you need to fill up. So as you can see, we got Skarsnik over there. And he might decide to try and attack us. He's a bit annoying like that. But I don't think he really stands much of a chance. We shall see. If you want to be more careful, just put all your units in a single army, so even if Skarsnik does get a lightning strike. Yeah. It's a bit weird. Yeah, so let's just do that. Yes is a lot of troops. There we go. So lightning strike eliminated. Could have chosen that battle, but no need. Should have enough movement range to take this. And we got also a bunch of grudges. I'm not sure if when one of your army retreats, if the enemy army gets more grudges added to their tally. That would be an interesting question to get an answer for, really. But yeah, Skarsnik is effectively dead here. So it's worth remembering that Skarsnik does not have
By my bowels, Death Seeker. Die gloriously.
Okay, so that's an Age of Reckoning completed. We're gonna switch to artillery production here and Thunderer production.
I grow restless.
And we're gonna get him to march north.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
We're just gonna recruit some artillery. Money is gonna be a bit of a problem, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. So we got 2 turns until that activates. We want to get that rat poison.
The Slayer in
Get Slayer.
death.
Get Doomseekers. That's a really important one. And all the other benefits are kind of unimportant, but you do want the Journey's End upgrade. And I would recommend even getting all of this stuff right here, as opposed to, you know, bonus versus large or ward save against Warriors of Chaos right now. Ward Breaker is going to be pretty useful.
Yes, yes.
We may face a rebellion. Get Stubborn Defiance. Get Foe Seeker. Like the 10% physical resistance is actually more useful than the melee defense, though it depends on the enemies that you're dealing with. Get Grimnir's Heirs.
If it speeds me doom,
And get that special Slayer skill line. For Garagrim, he has all of these skills. You want Toughened Skin though, for any kind of missile targets. Flash Bomb is also pretty useful for your engineer. We're gonna get Feigns. So now we've got all of these recruitment possibilities. First Age of Reckoning completed.
Cathay.
The
It is always prudent. Most
Wind Shaper. The Celestial Call.
They're gonna be wiped out, both of them, without question.
So,
Gelt is not necessarily gonna approve of what we just did. But yeah, Skarsnik is dead. So that's why I mean, like, Ungrim does benefit a lot from the Age of Reckoning rework, because
Bane of Demons.
he can really make it work in a way that others can't. Now here we're going to want to recruit as many troops as possible, and we're going to go after Azak. But I'll just skip ahead 2 turns. Okay, so the Age of Reckoning has ended. Let's begin a new Age of Reckoning. We are on the verge of taking attrition, so we're going to need to do the quest battle. I was almost on the brink of bankruptcy before, but I did manage to get a couple of declarations of war to prevent that from happening. So over here, what I'm going to do with these fellows is I'm going to move them right there.
One rag.
I'm going to get Ungrim.
Forwards. The slayer in me seeks death.
And just take all of these units. You can give some of the Slayer Pirates, because it's still very beneficial to use a lot of ranged units over here. And then, yeah, go fight the quest battle. This is going to be very, very, very easy with all of this. Like, the quest battles of the dwarves, the quest battles that Ungrim, for the most part, has, fairly easy battles, and that will give you a lot of money that you can work with.
My anger burns bright.
Okay. Now, for this army, we got the Grudge over there. We're also going to get the Fane. Right here. Get
So be
him.
armed and ready. I must fulfill my slayer oath.
Won't be able to recruit this particular turn, but there's a way. There's ways to skin a cat. So there's a battle there.
I won't.
Now, I already have artillery in Ungrim's army. So, but I have artillery in both of these armies.
Slayer.
So what would I say here? Well, I would give the Grudge Thrower to this particular force.
Fight like a slayer.
I would give the Iron Drakes to this force that I have left here. There is a limit of 5 units, so what you decide to do, how you decide to do it. So Hammers, Slayers,
Just don't get in the
right here.
Don't stop till you're dead.
Loot and occupy it. Either it triggers a rebellion or it doesn't trigger a rebellion. Either way, you're fine. So we've reached the Grudge Seller limit.
Who's mad enough to follow me?
Here we're gonna want to get more
My throne
more
sits on your
Thunderers
death.
and another Iron Drake unit. So Skarsnik is dead. We're already at 13%. So delaying that second
Busted.
Grudge battle is good for us. We're just gonna remove those Slayer Pirates, and I'm also going to remove another Slayer unit, I would dare say, over here. Thunderers are pretty good in this situation. I do want to point out, I did get a bunch of declarations of war over here. So Black Venom, I wanted the Greenskins over here, declared war on the Lamians, Sterland, though I think Sterland might be willing to surrender. And there's the peace declaration with Gelt.
So, make your
How
demands
willing a
as you say.
faction is willing to accept the peace is dependent on your strength. Your strength is dependent on how many casualties you take in a battle, all that. But right now, Second Age of Reckoning, only 8,000.
Follow at your peril. Die and hide in his
Now we could set a lovely ambush over here for him. So if he decides he's going to try and attack Carcadrin, we're gonna wipe him out. Because between the freaking garrison over there, get Dragon Slayer, then we'll get Demon Slayer.
I
But
am
between the
Slayer
garrison
King.
and the Grudge Seller army is going to be a level of power. I mean, that's maybe one of the benefits of using a Grudge Seller army, is you can genuinely use it to really lure
Must
the enemy
fulfill
into
my
a trap.
slayer oath.
Although speed might be more beneficial for Garagrim,
The
we
Slayer in me
want
seeks
requisition
death.
for the ammo.
I suppose so. Can I help you?
I could even dismiss him. Do I want to dismiss him?
Onward.
Well, I don't need them right now, and I can't really afford them. I'm already in the red, so might be just beneficial. The reason I'm getting this barracks here is because I just want another location to be able to recruit units. I know I don't have a huge amount of economic buildings right here. We're gonna sort that out in just a moment. Okay, so Ungrim is rank 12.
In battle.
His next quest battle is rank 17.
Doom's taken.
So Azag is possibly going to send an army against us.
I.
What?
Thus
An ad. All here.
And I'd say right now I'm
are
probably
honored.
safe to declare war on clan worms.
What?
Na-
Ready?
It's just that delay. Like, there's no no agreement over here that I wouldn't have made, you know, otherwise, right? It may be, you know, just a declaration of the against clan worms. But yeah, the Age of Reckoning is not impacting me at all here.
Doom chaser.
What will I do here? Well, obviously I'm gonna go after Azag, right? His main army is against Striker right now. She's probably gonna kick his ass. She might not kick his ass. It doesn't matter. I have a defensive army over there. If Azag shows up against Ungrim, there's squat she can do, really. There's squat he can do, really. So that's one of the nice benefits of the Age of Reckoning in this campaign, is like just the fact that it's very easy in this campaign to get that first Age of Reckoning, so you can rely on that Grudge Seller to protect Carcadron. Because one of the problems that happens when you declare war on Azag a lot of the times is he'll march on Carcadron. That puts you in a kind of impossible situation right there in a lot of ways. So we're gonna move this particular force. We're gonna get this settlement to tier 3. I know money.
I am the Slayer King. My vows will
so we're just gonna set up an ambush here. Let's get that to tier 2 and try and find a way to get some money.
Come then. Only Sigmar's will. Dog. What?
Favored. I rarely
There it is. Declare war on Snitch.
What? This night.
Okay, over here we're gonna want the Oath Gold. We're gonna cancel that actually. Tricky. Very tricky.
Aye, the Western
There is.
provinces bid you a warm welcome.
So I got a bit lucky, but you are typically going to encounter Kafing
Sigma's will.
caravans. Not necessarily the best decision to declare war on the Changeling, because he might march on Carcadron, but guess why? The Grudge Sellers are where they are. Yeah, that is not an... I do still need a bit more money, so what can I do here?
Ready to defend.
Declare war on Carl France, maybe. Risky.
What? Approach me, dwarf. But
Once he meets Festus, I'm going to end up in a better position. So if Azag shows up over here, I have a pretty good chance of ambushing the bastard. As you can see, he's already moving into that position. I know he's moving in that position. So I'm in a great position right here to deal with a lot of things. Now, why have I recruited that second army so ferociously? Because do I need that second army? Really? I could live without it. Like, if you want to be less aggressive than me, you could decide not to recruit as many units. I just recommend getting it for the sake of the initial recruitment, for certain, but you don't need it against Azag. So, it does seem like Azag is just sitting there. It's no problem. And once this Age of Reckoning ends, another one is gonna be... Like, this is such a huge benefit in this campaign, because I could genuinely declare war on Vlad, and I'm not sure Vlad would be able to win against me. Okay, so over here, do we want to risk...
It is time. Very well. This may work.
Alright, so grudges will be sold. So either Azag shows up with his entire force over here. Let's get rid of that. We actually don't need that right now. Okay, get more Oath Gold. Yeah, I know. I was kind of hoping he'd attack by this point.
The last time I killed a dwarf, darkness comes. It is time.
You could.
So,
The drag.
speed. Onward.
Maybe first I should have met Draika.
If this is bad news, I'll poke out your eyes.
Okay, we'll do this, actually.
Fine.
Ready? I am ready.
Spectre.
Alright, the Black Pit.
Mighty am I.
Don't want to declare war. Don't declare war on fellow dwarves. You're gonna live to regret that one.
It is time.
I just don't have enough money for all the buildings that I'm constructing and the armies that I'm maintaining.
Celestial.
There's your problem.
Usangranmus elchrum.
Alright, he's not...
Ready. An ad.
Damn, guess we're gonna cancel some building.
Scar. Don't ask. Hey up.
Wait.
Never saw Grimnir in a bush.
Multiple buildings, maybe.
I grow restless.
Just cancel that repair. Could use that. Come on, you bastards. Attack, you little shits. Okay, just cancel that until I get my financial situation sorted out. You little sneaky little shit, Azag. I'm guessing he's trying to attack.
You're not
Well, there is
welcome,
other things
so
I can do,
won't
though.
pretend otherwise.
Okay. Okay, Clan Rectus. I do have an entire force dedicated against them, so... What are you doing? I may have no choice but to declare war on Vlad. Not my favorite option, I admit, but Sterling will certainly pay me for it. You can't really control a campaign fully. Okay. We got no choice, I'm afraid.
Welcome, ancient allies.
Vlad should be far enough away.
It is night.
I find your... Yes.
This night.
I could get the peace agreement right there, but I don't want to. Just yet.
Aye, but the axe of Dargo demands blood.
Death Seeker.
Okay.
That armor's heavy, eh? Come with.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, time for a rest. Doom Chaser. Yeah. Aye. It is time.
The
Win. I
hunt.
Should I get the peace agreement with these guys for 10 turns and deal with other things?
You reek of anguish.
Maybe so.
Scent.
So, the Empire. Approach me, dwarf. But do not expect alliances to be reignited, right?
There we go. Don't declare war on Grom. That will add a lot of grudges.
Onward.
Because Grom has a lot of grudges.
Onward.
Get Slayers to me.
One rag.
Over here, what you want to pick up is magic item drop chance. For Gargrim, more
Giant
replenishment.
battle.
I don't know what Azag is doing. Well, I know what Azag is doing. He's trying to march on my capital. Over here, let's get Dwarven Grims. No, we're gonna get High King Authority.
The Slayer
Because we
initiates
obviously
death.
want that construction time for main settlement buildings. It's pretty damn beneficial, not gonna lie. And if we could afford it,
I must fulfill my
depends
Slayer
if we
oath.
get attacked.
Yes.
I know,
Ready.
playing fast and loose with
None
economic
know that I can
situations
face
is
your
gonna
blood
blow up
with
in my
my
face,
heart.
right? But
My people.
just enough money for 2 turns.
What?
It's certainly an interesting dynamic with the... Like, it certainly forces you to do things very differently. Because, like, right now, in this version, it might be fixed pre-launch, but there's a bankruptcy bug in this particular version of the game. So what's happening is that I need I need enough money to last me 2 turns, even though the bankruptcy should happen when, you know, when I'm bankrupt. But right now you're getting this kind of situation where, okay, someone is playing fast and loose with the rules. I could lose the entire Grudge Seller army if I'm not careful, but I pretty much have no choice right now. I'm gonna go sack. Like, Ungrim can deal with Azag's main armies. Like, that's not the problem. Like, I could fight 2 stacks free. Bit tricky, but that's why we have control large armies, don't we? Or that's why there is a 40 unit limit in battles. Okay. So what we do here, we are not Although, we might just start playing fast and loose over here. Vlad is powerful.
I grow restless.
No joke. Okay, so another grudge settled.
Dishonored. Keep your axes close.
We're gonna go for Mount Silver Spear right there. Money, money, money.
By the comet. It is good to see on it. What?
I am open.
All right, trade agreements.
Who calls?
Come then. Only Sigma's god.
Sterling is the reason I'm alive.
So,
But again, it's like it was just a risk of like running bankrupt right there. Damn, someone's gonna have to save Malachi in this situation. Guess it's gonna be me. Might as well be me. I was gonna go after Astrogoth, but I guess that plan is off the table for a moment. But financial affairs are starting to resolve themselves.
What?
Somewhat.
Favor.
Would rather not declare war on
the
dwarves.
nation calls.
You coward.
Guess I have no choice but to
Is it? It is
declare war
good
on
to
Grom.
see our allies. I will.
Oh. Okay, that was a mistake, a biblical level mistake.
Aye.
I clicked too fast.
Lady of
Could have asked him for some money. A good one. What can I cancel? Let's cancel the repairs and this building here. Yeah, I'm just moving slow against the Skaven. Like, I can lose if Tretch shows up. Maybe moving fast would have been the smarter choice, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So do I dare try and take Drakenhof with my Grudge Sellers? They can certainly defeat the army. They won't defeat Vlad, though. Okay. Hey Draca, you want a piece of land in Sylvania? Maybe a declaration of war against Vlad? I mean, surely you would want to defeat Vlad. Oh. Zufbar saves the day, gentlemen.
Slayer. There be demons at home.
I know I'm falling behind a bit on grudges.
They up.
So much for that. See, yeah, people say, oh, you gotta be hyper aggressive.
Make your proposal.
Hey,
My longbeards grumble.
would
so
you
make it
care to
quick.
join against Sylvania? I'll give you good territory.
All here.
Okay,
are
he won't.
honored. All right.
Now it's hard for me to properly reflect on these guys, because on one hand, let's be blunt. Let me be blunt. Okay, that is not gonna happen.
My oath allows it.
Hey, Drycup. Well, I guess she won. Shocking, I know.
Yes, for Slayer King.
So yeah, grudge situation is improving. Tretch, you've been a naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Alright, Gotrek and Felix.
The Slayer in me
That will be an
seeks
interesting one. Not sure I have the army to deal with them. Or rather, I do.
death. I must fulfill my
I just need to
Slayer
get it to
oath.
figure out which unit. Okay, so the key to getting Gotrek and Felix, let me just explain it very quickly. The key to getting Gotrek and Felix is to have... I forgot to actually get all these units. That's on me. That's me being a bit of a stupid bastard. But the key to Gotrek and Felix. Okay, by all means, I'll take it. Everyone seems to want. Malachi better be alive by the time I arrive there. Well, what are we gonna do against Rika if she takes this element? Burn her? Quite genuinely. So I am going to fight the Gotrek and Felix battle, or a portion of it, just to explain how you deal with that situation. I do have, I should get Regiments Renown, like the Slayers and Thunderers, because they would help me quite a bit over here in this situation. And I'm gonna start rebuilding that damn landmark, although maybe I should start doing it at tier 4. Yeah, I'm gonna do that at tier 4. I'm just gonna get more growth over here, actually. Although, with this baby building up, maybe it's beneficial to do some other things. If Draika takes this element, I'll help her out. What you doing, Zufbar?
I do not trust.
Everyone seems to be ganging up on poor Azek. He just got flat wrecked by Draika. So I'm now at war with Vlad and Draika. But that's not a problem. Ungrim will win against Vlad if it comes down to it. In a straight up fight. Bigger concern is a bit Draika, and well, Tretch has proven to be a nice little benefit right there in that situation. Okay. So did they attack? No, they didn't attack. Good, because I'd rather not deal with Draika right now. If I'm being blunt about it. I got a couple of turns. Alright, so...
Bane of demons. Out in the open. Another night still.
Where are you at, Vlad?
Dishonored. For a change, doom can come to us.
I must fulfill
Okay.
my Slayer oath.
Easy win, easy life.
I grow restless.
Kinda useless, if I'm being honest.
Hey up. What is your message, clans dwarf?
Would you care to join my lovely war against Sylvania? Guess not.
Mistress of
Greetings. Right?
We're now gonna be best friends, all of us.
a pleasure.
Should I go save Malachi? Honestly, it's kinda not worth it. Like, he either survives, in which case great, or he doesn't survive, in which case whatever, right? So financial situation solved, grudges solved, situation improved.
To doom, then.
What's the... I could get another artillery
Maybe
piece right
your
here.
doom is yet to
Well,
come.
let's just pick these guys
Fight
up.
like a slayer, die like a slayer.
That upkeep benefit, though. I know, I'm not using as many Slayers as you might expect, but... I mean, Slayers are more useful. You certainly will be using them in the early game, but it's like, why would I use Slayers when I get freaking Thunderers? I mean, truth be told, it's also Grudge Sellers. I do have Slayers, so it's like, it's not like I'm not using any of them at all. I am. What is Vlad doing? He's not even wiping out Sterling. Did I just break his AI? Does the Grudge Sellers cause so many issues that Vlad's freaking AI can't function? Like, Azek's AI certainly derped out over it.
Or not.
Alright, so decision time. What's the cooldown here? It's 7 turns. So we can go after Astrogoth and be in a relatively safe position. But, yeah, I'm gonna go after Astrogoth. That's gonna give me a lot of grudges. That said, it may be... Like, it's the question. Like, let's take a look over here. Because, like, one of the things you can absolutely use to your advantage is figure out who's doing well, who's doing badly. If I save Malachi, it might be worth it. I don't know. Keep in mind, he doesn't have Gotrek and Felix. So why am I gonna get it? Spirit of Grumni, level up. but you get the spirit anyway if you confederate them. The territory is not particularly great, though it's useful if you keep Malachi alive, because if you defeat Trog, pros, cons. No one's fighting Help It, by the way, by the looks of it. This is the point in a campaign where you gotta decide, like, okay, what does the threat, how do I deal with it, what's the priority, etc. No. See, we're gonna go kill you, Dry Guy. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry or pray little about that. But we might have broken Vlad's AI, so like, because they don't want to attack the Grudgeseller army. Like, the auto-resolve mods have no bearing on the AI decision making. That's the reason I use them. Like, that's the principal reason I actually use them.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
So we can. So we got decisions to make. Where are you at, Tretchy? Come on and play, Tretchy.
I'm no leader, but someone has
I'm disappointed in you.
What?
He might be laying an ambush. Maybe. 4 artillery pieces or a long drawn. Let's go with these.
Just don't get in my way. Doom's this way.
Crookback Mountain. Disappointed in Tretch.
Bit of this, bit of
I mean,
Slayer.
maybe I shouldn't be because he's giving me a lot of freaking grudges, but all the same, just a bit disappointed. A bit miffed. Really.
Mad to follow a Slayer. Who's mad enough to follow me?
Normally I would save Regiments Renowned for other purposes, but all the same. Damn, Tretch, you're certainly playing hard. What did this guy do? Drown dwarf children in the bathtub or something? I've never seen so many grudges so early on in a campaign. That's a bit crazy as far as I see it. Someone's been a naughty boy.
Ready.
So yeah, pros and cons with the decisions that I can make here, but I think just going after Vlad is the smarter choice. Eliminate him, save Zufbar, get the gold mine over here, maybe sell the sword. Sterlin is still alive. How is Sterlin still alive? Like, you never... Well, I think I broke AI, Vlad's decision making in the AI, so that's the reason. You gotta love it. It's like, screw you, Vlad. So we're gonna take that settlement. Ungrim can fight Vlad on it, so no problem. And then we turn around to fight Draco. The third Age of Reckoning is gonna be a bit of a problem, but we'll see. And the grudges grow. So either Vlad survives.
You are not
I
welcome.
mean, he's not
so I
necessarily
won't
doing as
pretend
well as you
otherwise.
might think. Okay, get that peace agreement, that's fine. Don't declare war on Goldtooth. Unless he's set up an ambush, which I certainly doubt over here considering the AI decision making. Now look, realistically, I could have been a bit reckless with some of the decisions I made here. Certainly, let's get Dwarven Grims. We just want to unlock that tree as quickly as possible.
Doom chaser. Let's find our deaths.
Where are you at, Tretch?
Death Seeker.
I just gotta be careful.
Die hiding is a
Because, you know,
coward.
Skaven ambushes.
Legs are only
Oof. Wow. Did you wipe out Karakazul or something?
Call me.
None our common cause shall be.
What?
To die in battle.
Now, realistically, I could have been a lot more aggressive with this particular force, but I chose not to be. So now Vlad stands no chance against this. 2 turns, gotta be careful with that grudge army. But if we take this, if we either defeat Tretch's main army, I would kind of actually like it if I delayed destroying Tretch's army. But Tretch was really, really nasty against Carcassol. That may not happen in every campaign, but damn. But you know what, I've played enough Dwarven campaigns at this point to tell you that, yeah, the Dwarven Empire being burned to the ground is a common enough occurrence that you gotta worry about it. So 2 turns, oh yeah, easily, right. Maybe even the quest battle. No, unless Vlad attacks. Depends on what Tretch does. I'm gonna have to kill him, am I not? But the problem is, I don't necessarily have the military force to... Unless I recruit another army there, which I cannot afford. He retreated. Because of course he did. I got a full freaking stack there. This is a nice thing about replenishment. Now, of course, I stress out, if I was playing this properly, quote unquote, I would have obviously manually fought this. But with Siege, Thunderers, all that, but with Siege crucially, you can win the siege battles with minimal casualties. It's not really a problem. Sterling, the true heroes of the Empire. Okay, that's expected. Concern, not as much. So unless Tretch has set up an ambush over here, I'm not really worried too much. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. It seems like it's a formidable army, but it's really just clan rats and scaly slaves. So, anyone with a straight face tell me that I can't defeat that army. Please, by all means. As for Vlad, that's a bit of a tricky one, but here's the thing that I want to highlight about this. It says heroic victory, fuck that result, right? Auto-resolve, all that. Here's what you need to know. AI is really bad in sieges. Like, those Iron Drakes, Quarrelers, Thunderers, all that are gonna devastate his forces behind the walls. And on top of that, Drakenhof is an Empire settlement. So it's not a vampire settlement. I mean, it does have, like, there's similarities, of course, but there's also differences. But here's the thing. You see this entire section of the wall? There's no towers there. So you can attack here, break down the gate, there's no towers, you'll literally win this battle without taking a freaking bit of damage. That is not an exaggeration on my part, in any way, shape, or form. I've done that multiple times, it's easy, all that. Some people say, oh, you auto-resolve everything. Yeah, I auto-resolve everything because I know the game enough to understand when I'm cheesing it and when I'm not. Like, if I wanted to just cheese the auto-resolve mods that I'm using, you know what I would have done? I would have just freaking gone after Vlad directly with my Grudge Slayer army. It would have won. But that's the thing. Now, by this point, you really should get Gotrek and Felix. No joke. But still, let's get another rebellion. Could have delayed that for a moment, but who cares? I don't think my next Age of Reckoning is going to be that brutal. So we get underway trade network. We want to get... what we want to get is Fane's Authority. Right there. Get Tactician. And truth be told, the Skaven army would have genuinely been the harder battle to win. I'm not even exaggerating on that in any way. Not enough money. Yeah, this is the problem with dwarves. So the Grudge Slayer army is obviously gonna... they are gonna take this back, aren't they? Because the Grudge is... no, the Grudge Slayer army is not gonna dissipate for a turn, so it's like, yeah. Now, realistically, this army would have taken more damage, but you have, like, the key here is if you can't win in a single go, you can always come back. Like, if you... Like, one of the things you can do in a lot of, like, these siege battles, if you have enough movement, go in there, let your artillery do its work. Once you're out of ammo with artillery, because the AI is really passive in this. And same with field battles, like in minor settlements. Because the AI is obviously not going to pursue you on the campaign map. You're not going to lose your army. So yet another rebellion, that's fine. More grudges, more money. This is great. This is freaking fantastic. This campaign, it's delivering. So, second Age of Reckoning. Let's see how many we are going to need for the third one. How are we sitting on the grudges? Dwarves are doing okay for most part, except, you know, Carcazul has burnt to the ground. But, you know, outside of... Oh, Scrag. Foreground, please tell me I don't have to save your freaking hide from Scrag the Slaughter. Oh, jeez. Definitely need another army. Or maybe the next Grudge Seller army, I send them to help over here. Because, like, you know, deal with the Cast Dwarves. They can. Because these guys are a minor faction, they won't pose much of a threat. At most, they might attack the Mountain Pass, but I'm just gonna get a bunch of Grudge Sellers right now. So, instant recruitment of Grudge Sellers, Regiments of Renown. That Changeling? It's a party, boys, and everyone's showing up. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's in Stirland, so of course he would want to attack me, but still. Not a problem. They just suicided. Like, seriously. If I had minimized casualties here, these guys did work. Now, that would have possibly been a bit ridiculous. Although, again, I could have minimized casualties over there. You're declaring war on me? Someone's suicidal today. Hello there, vampires. So how much do I need? 27,000. The game is basically telling, okay, you're being a bit ridiculous, Costin. Let's just settle down and enter a new Age of Reckoning. Because we're not settling down. What, you think I'm gonna take a vacation, sit back, enjoy the ride? No. So obviously we're gonna have a bit of problems with the grudges here, and Vlad is Vlad, but just move him here. If they attack, it's whatever. Sweet, jeez. I'm a bit concerned about the ambush, but... Tretch! You're just like, I swear, like, Tretch is half the freaking reason why we have so many grudges on demand right now.
Child of where there is understanding.
Okay. Tretch delivers.
Tomb rot. Careful now. Fine.
I am Taupe.
Who calls? Approaches from affirmative.
We have allied freaking Stirland.
All right.
It's a bit annoying in some ways, but okay.
Come then. Only Sigmar's god Ulrich, indeed. Yes. Approach as friend and make your offer.
It's gonna hurt me in the long term, potentially.
Sigmar's will.
Is it welcome?
How's the Empire doing? What's Elspeth even doing? She should be here by now. Oh dear. What a mess.
We can't all have a chronicler like Gotrek.
Yeah, he really doesn't stand a chance. But he might attack me all the same because he's a fucking rat. Okay, let's upgrade that. Get that. Rune Lord. Want one.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
So what we want here are all of these guys. Hold on. The most powerful ones are these fellows. So we just want to recruit some of them. In case, you know, the casters show up. I'll worry about the quest battle in just a moment once Vlad is dead. I obviously would not want to fight the quest battle in this context. 3k grudges on Tretch. Oh dear. So yeah, I really do need another army. These guys will deal with the Silver Pinnacle or just secure the East. Like, this is kind of like the best role I can see for the Grudge Sellers. I mean, you can take territory with them, undeniably so, but they can't replenish, so whatever you do with them, they'll take damage. But either the AI walks into one of your freaking ambushes and gets obliterated by hammers. Yeah, Tretch is totally winning this one, gentlemen. Storm Vermin. You know, sometimes you gotta... Like, let me explain what's going on, why the AI does attack in these stupid situations. Because there is a reason. The AI has... Like, there are certain factions that get a lot of faction potential, right? It's randomized at the beginning of each campaign. But because of that faction potential, I'm pretty sure the AI, some AI factions are gonna get a better auto-resolve result. It's because of that auto-resolve result that you see certain factions that, quote-unquote, are really powerful, suiciding themselves in situations they can't win. I could literally AFK that battle. and still win it. But it's because of that faction potential situation that it does happen. So Vlad decided he's gonna go kill himself.
I must fulfill my slave.
We'll deal with Dryka in just a moment. So we're at 14%, one turn.
Slayer.
Nasty affair. Bam, I'm gonna start recruiting another army. What about these guys?
What do you want?
Should I not deal with it? Yeah, I will deal with them. But not with this army. I just recruited this army just in case, right? Oh, hello there. Yeah, in this case I do need to attack because they're gonna attack this particular settlement. But that's fine! I mean, I imagine filling up an Age of Reckoning would be quite miserable if you played a no defeat campaign, but the game shouldn't be balanced around that rubbish. Oh, well, rubbish. It's cheese. Okay, so we got Vlad under ropes.
To die in battle.
That might be a tricky battle. But, funnily enough, because they don't have the faction potential, they actually won't attack. Could use... I know I could use more heroes, but I just don't have the capacity of increasing right now the ability right there. And I know I should have gotten Gotrek and Felix a while ago, but I just haven't. The thing about the Gotrek and Felix battle is that it's a very, very high casualty battle, so when you do decide to do it, it is going to cost you.
Onward, yes.
I know I could get more Slayers here. Yeah, let's do that.
I grow restless.
0 upkeep. Well, it's because of all the... Damn, Ungrim. You're even more powerful than I thought you were. No joke. Didn't expect him to be that strong. Yeah, let's get that, because we're gonna want... Like, the oath gold that I'm currently getting is obviously very, very useful. We're gonna go for Oaths of Loyalty and then Autonomy of the Holds and all that. So, we're gonna need 5 pieces of research, so the things at the top, and then Fane's Authority. I want Fane's Authority because obviously control is a bit of an issue. You're actually incentivized in the Dwarven campaign to loot and occupy settlements, because you want the money from looting and occupy. Like, I would sack them, but you don't want to sack them as dwarves. You're not greenskins. I mean, yes, you can argue greenskins want to loot and occupy, but that's not true. Greenskins want to loot and occupy. Greenskins want to loot and occupy provincial capitals because they might keep them at the same level. And even with provincial capitals, if they're below tier 3, you don't give a shit, basically. It's like you just sack... Greenskins sack settlements because it's a lot of money. The post-battle loot of the dwarves has been improved with the patch, but you're still in the kind of situation where you do still obviously want to... Let's see what Vlad is doing. Did he just literally get wiped out? By Sterland? What? I don't believe it. I can't believe it. That's He did. The hell?
Hey up. Moving exposed.
Well, okay, I guess. Oh my gosh, the freaking vampires. But that's fine, it's more grudges, it hurts my economy, undeniably so, but I'm just gonna rotate rebellions over here, why not?
Worth checking for pennies.
Rune Ricky.
Slayer.
Alright, set up an ambush.
To die in battle.
How the frick did Sterling stop Vlad? That's... what? I don't believe you.
The Slayer in me seeks
The game
death.
is lying to me here. Can't believe that bullshit just happened. Okay, we got a rebellion here. Maybe we leave Vlad alive. No. No, that would be reckless. Because it's like still Vlad. I haven't, like, he literally ran away from every battle.
For my oath.
Maybe it would have been worth it to fight the battle manually and take more casualties so he would have attacked, he would have attacked me and thought he had the chance. He wouldn't have. Okay, another rebellion is gonna spawn here. So I know I'm a bit behind on the grudges, well aware of that, but it's like, we're gonna solve that.
I'll have your soul.
Like, yes, I'm actually behind a bit on grudges.
Thou shalt treat me with the
Maybe I
respect
do want to leave
deserve.
Vlad alive.
Amethyst.
Seems he's useless.
Unstoppable.
And he would give me a lot of money if I did. You know, it's good, I am.
What dost thou want, dwarf? At last,
Sterling might actually just finish him.
I am change.
Let's get that. That's my grudge situation. It's a good question, isn't it? How many settlements does he have? 3. So I'm guessing he has his initial province. Yep. But on the other hand, we got 8 turns. Grombrindal is Grombrindal. Wow, he smashed. He smashed.
I am the
Fun time.
Don't you fret, it's done.
Okay,
Follow at your peril. You
this
have
is an
my
untenable situation. I mean, it's a great situation in some respects, to be sure, but
The Lord of Murder's host stands ready to annihilate your kind.
we need money.
for the
For
an ad.
So that's essentially it, gentlemen. Malachi's still alive, I'll go rescue him, but getting Grombrindal early on is such a power benefit that it's not even funny.
Our enemies shall tremble.
Right.
I'm no
That's a
leader.
lot of feigns you got there. Well, it's just 2. So,
What
get rid of 1.
orders?
Don't need it. I'm gonna have to... He's got 5 of
can I help?
these. That's so freaking funny.
Aye.
We can get a regiment renowned artillery piece. Besides, he's also got some recruited.
Maybe your doom is yet to
He beat the shit out of Malekith.
fearless and unbreakable.
It's a bit of concern if they do attack me here, but yeah, that's a lot of units.
I'm here now.
Wait, why are...
Death
That's
Seeker.
weird.
The dwarfs
Let's say
need
we
me.
get rid of 2 more. Wait, these guys... Yeah, these guys have more
Slayer.
experience. But I'm not sure I even want these 2, because we got those troll hammers.
They up.
Okay. But yeah, most of the time I gotta say Grombrindal you'll have to, if you confederate them, you'll have to save him from Malekith. You certainly do, like regiments are now and grudge sellers, you know, if you get them, all that kind of stuff. One of the benefits, though, of confederating Grombrindal as quickly as possible is the fact that you do get the ability, you do get a lot of grudges from beating shit out of elves. So, Malekith, you're dead. That's fine. Okay, let's sell this to the ogres because we want to.
All I need do is prepare them.
Yes. Well, we'll kill the ogres later on anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's start getting cannons because we need that better artillery. Funds.
Ready. My blood is quick to boil.
Might be a stupid move, but Chaos gives very few grudges, so.
For better or worse, our fortune
agrees. Do that. Alright, 22%. So keep in mind, this is my third Age of Reckoning, and it's kind of like at that third Age of Reckoning point that you'll start to get in that position where you can confederate factions. Though, dependent on how fast you're doing things, you may not necessarily want to do it from the very moment. Over here, I gotta be a bit careful. Let's not. Yeah, let's just repair. Let's just repair that for a moment, because like I don't have the money really. Well, I do have the money. It's just we got other stuff as well. So these guys. Not sure I can win. It's just that's the thing. It's just zombies though. That's kind of the benefit that I'm going with here. My big concern is if he decides to attack there, but yeah, I think I can handle that. So on one hand, Thorgrim's doing well because I kept the bastard alive, not because he's somehow a magical being. Like, removing Skarsnik removes so much of the pressure on Thorgrim, it's not even funny. So either the vampires here attack Rookback Mountain, or they leave me the fuck alone. Or they'll take the minor settlement, which means grudges, which means rebellion, which means money.
Talk fast.
Yeah, I knew that was happening. Surprise! Okay, let's just be real for a second. There's no way I'm winning that battle. Okay? I'm reasonable. Could have auto-resolved it. Grombrindal is powerful. He's not winning that one. Malekith, you just want to embrace the grudges. But yeah, sell the Rocto Gorge. Like, if you confederate Grombrindal, there's either one of two options. Either he's losing everything to Malekith and you're going to have to fight for the Altar of Alternate Darkness. Or, more likely, he's going to have the Rocto Gorge. Sell the Rocto Gorge to the Ogres, because you can always take it back and get a bunch of grudges from it. But, yeah, that's not a fucking surprise. Hello there. Goodbye. Okay, I did decimate their army there. Fair enough. Not that it would matter.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
In any way.
Bane of demons.
So this is a bit cheesy. No, it's mostly zombies. Burn, baby, burn.
Come with me if you want to die. What?
Or I could have just literally attacked the settlement directly, and that would have solved the issue. 27% grudges. Not great. Not horrible. Well, sort of. I have to rely. Like one of the reasons I confederated over here, Grombrindal, is because I knew Malekith was going to provide a lot of grudges. In life and in death, Malekith will be useful to me.
May doom find us here.
No joke. And now disband this.
Death Seeker.
How can I help?
So, Malekith, ready for round 2? You were about to get your ass whooped anyway, so might as well accept your fate.
Feels grand.
My anger burns bright.
Slayer.
Yeah, grudge situation.
Yes?
There's a possibility I could work with.
What?
That's gonna be 900, but that's obviously gonna be a problem.
Bane of demons.
I mean, I'm already at scruff, and I have stated this again and again. You don't need to fill up every fucking Age of Reckoning. Okay, 4 confederations, 47 grudges. Where am I at? 23,000. Of course, I'm only gonna reach 40,000 once we're done with Mr. Malekith over here. Grombrindal just wants to chat Malekith. It's nothing personal, except it bloody well is.
The nation,
Okay,
friends of the Empire, come.
I'm gonna screw myself in the long term over here, but it's like you gotta balance it out as I stated, but it's like I just don't care. Let's declare war on more elves. That's gonna be a lot of grudges. And let's declare war on Belagor, which won't be the trade agreement. And Belagor is not gonna bother me really. So beneficial. Get that to a higher level. So what do I want to do over here? Realistically, this army should be down. No, all the same. Let me say this. These guys obliterate zombies. Like, this was really lucky as an army composition because these guys decimate zombies. These guys decimate zombies from a long range. Don't laugh at the troll hammers. They're incredibly powerful. Like, I don't think much of all these grudge seller units, but the Trollhammer torpedo gyrocopter is no joke. People talk about thunder barges being OP in a campaign. Yeah, these guys wreck armies.
Yes.
Rune Lord.
Okay. So, not quite 30%. Drika is a problem. Ogres.
My tribal. I am ready.
Maybe I should leave Drika alone. Maybe take Beckhaven and trade it for Eshin in that situation. We're gonna get a rebellion. Defeating Drake on a straight fight is tricky. And it would benefit Catherine if I took that territory and sold it to her.
Death Seeker.
So now I'm just trying to keep up with my economy. I'm certainly spending a lot more money than I have per turn. And I don't have forces to recruit against Astragoth. It's a bit of an issue. Okay, over here. Yeah, I should have switched that out, by the way, a couple of turns ago. But yeah, we're gonna take Mount Grey Hag, then deal with these guys, and then march north. Problem is Tretch. Like, it's just that issue. It's like, that's the reason I want another army, because, like, if I march north there, yes, I can make use of these guys, but it's like, you know, I'm trying to be reasonable here. These guys are obviously not going to defeat Astragoth. If I recruit another army, you might think, oh, maybe that could work. I doubt it. What I really need right now is Forgrim. So how many grudges does the bastard have? 33,000. Okay, so my next confederation is going to be Forgrim. Because he's going to give me the armies that I need right here. The decision making in terms of who you confederate obviously depends on the situation you're in your campaign. I don't think Malachi is worth rushing confederation for. Oh look, a rodent has arrived. Big, shocking, freaking surprise. Get a trade agreement with this guy. Dwarves can make trade resources, and they have a commandment that gives them trade resources per turn, so you can really benefit from that. Okay, so, yeah, nasty affair. Well, as long as I take back my settlement from the Lamians, that's all that's really needed. I'm not getting anywhere here, though, in the south. But I don't need to. It'd be nice to advance on all fronts, sure, but... What the...
Dishonored.
Tretch, jeez, my dude.
Quickly, I've an oath to fulfill.
The hell?
Bane of demons. Is there do
Like, seriously, that's insane. Okay, we want that runesmith.
Slayer.
So move here. There's no army because I dealt with those. Move him here. Let's start recruiting as many troops as we can.
I grow restless.
And now will be the time to get Gotrek and Felix.
I am the Slayer.
Will I use Gotrek and Felix in this army? Or should I send them somewhere else? Yeah, they're needed on other fronts. So move Ungrim there. 6 turns. How's Malachi doing? Hello, Malachi. He's eager to die. Medusa are a nasty, bloody business, but... Casualty replenishment is an issue. The reason you want Ratcatcher is obviously because not every single one of your army will have casualty replenishment. We do have the campaign movement range, though.
I'll see it done.
So, Malekith, you fancy death? I'm surprised he marched against me. I mean, with all resolved decisions by the AI when they don't consider at all the kind of army they're up against. Definitely. If I had a full melee army, yeah, those Medusa would have wiped me out, but I don't have a full melee army, I had a full ranged army. Well, mostly a full ranged army. Okay, Gotrek and Felix. Do I need more money? So let's just cancel that and do this. So welcome to the Gotrek and Felix battle, which may be the hardest battle that I have fought so far in this campaign. The key to this battle is to understand that Gotrek and Felix are fairly vulnerable. They will die pretty quickly. You've also got a lot of Slaanesh units coming in, and more that are going to spawn. It literally says it in the intro cinematic. What we're going to do, this is one of the reasons you want to get an engineer. Because by this point, you should get the Zufbar Pounders, and with those Zufbar Pounders, you should be in a good enough position to be able to to be able to rescue. Okay, so all of those Slaaneshis are coming in. Now, don't underestimate the power. Oh, I got too close there. That's on me. Now, don't underestimate the power that's available over here for Slaanesh. Like, this is risky because, like, I should have moved the Doomseekers a bit closer, but that's fine. Let's pull back. Drop flash grenade as well. Help them stay alive. So your goal in this battle is to relieve the pressure and get the casters as quickly as possible on you. And also try and save Gotrek. Felix will generally stay alive because Felix does retreat. So when Felix is about to die, he will generally pull back. Whereas Gotrek won't. He does, so in this case he might even die. I would recommend saving before this battle. If you're playing Iron Man mode, yeah, you can always exit the main menu if you're about to lose this. Cheese? Yes. Use our artillery to help Gotrek. He's actually quite resistant to ranged units. Oh dear. Okay, so you will always have some units coming in here. important thing, survive the initial barrage of units. Get the situation sorted out. You might lose, like this is the reason I didn't want to fight this quest battle earlier. Because this is fairly common as a result, taking so much damage. That's a lot more units than I anticipated. Let's get them some melee defense. So he might still die. I'm gonna lose the regiment right now there. As long as I don't lose Gotrek, that's fine.
Ungrim Ironfist,
Now Gotrek does regenerate some HP when he's low on health, so you can keep him alive. We should have moved the range units even closer. Felix is about to die. But Slaaneshi Chaos Warriors don't do a lot of damage, so that's the battle one right there. Easy, simple. Just make sure to use the Guns of Zufbar on one of the casters, like it literally says it in the intro cinematic. That the way to get out of here is defeat those casters. So use the Zufbar gunners. You can. It doesn't have to be Trollhammer torpedoes. If you can't get those because of Age of Reckoning, just use your engineer structure to get 1 unit of gyrocopters on an army. Recruit those, give them to Ungrim, and they will still do the job. Obviously, they won't be as effective in battle, but the important thing here is to lure the casters to attack you. So you stop. So 1, you kill them faster. 2, you get to deal with few units, and yeah, you affect the balance of power. Could have moved faster with my range units, but there is a tendency for Slaanesh to attack your entire army and do enormous damage right there. But your army is not important. Keeping Gotrek and Felix alive is important. Don't fight this battle if you're in a risky campaign situation, because it's going to blow up in your face, obviously. A few turns later, well, Tretch is just launching his latest suicidal attack over here against me, because he's Tretch, and by God is he gonna do everything he can to get himself killed. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Also, the vampire counts over here in the Silver Pinnacle have effectively been wiped out. Well, he's gonna run, so no problem. That would be a bit of a trickier army because of the flamethrowers, but yeah, certainly not that kind of result. Faction potential is certainly favoring Tretch, though, in this particular campaign. No joke. Some of them escape.
Slayer. Quickly, I've an oath to fulfill.
And now,
Great.
now we can confederate Ungrim, because we need to. 2 turns for that. That's certainly going to be a bit tricky, but there are ways to skin a cat, if you will.
I have the forge fires glowing.
Or we might fail. That's fine. There's an ogre army over there on incoming situation. Let's just get these fellows right here. So what do we do with the ogres, though? You might ask. Well, pretty damn simple, honestly.
Your holds are points of order in a boon. This will favored.
The problem.
Yes.
Well, if there's not a lot of problems, there's no problems, right? It's not the dwarf campaign if the world is not burning to the ground, right?
You're no. Hold it.
Yeah.
The boss.
That's just how it goes. Should be able to just barely complete that, the grudges there. Not even really concerned that much. Let's just get some artillery. Get rid of that. I'll wait with the landmark, although. So we got Fanes, Runesmith. Yeah, we got plenty of Fanes.
The runes are ready.
Not sure I want all of these guys here. Yeah, let's just get rid of him.
Axe thirsts.
That will solve some of our problems. I do want the Slayer Shrine. Should I get rid of the barracks? Yeah. Although it is... Well, I'll just rebuild it here. Because Ungrim does start with the barracks, so you gotta deal with what you gotta deal. Okay. A rebellion in northern Sylvania, because of course it would be.
Doom chaser.
But it's not really a problem. Draika's dead. She was fairly easy. I mean, she did her job. She dealt with.
You know who I am.
She dealt with Azag for me, because I didn't really face Azag's principal force right there. Now the ogres here might decide to attack. That might be a good amount of grudges. We do want to get that 5%. Even if I don't get, you know, Nola Grom, which still is a possibility, by the way, in this campaign. Like right here. One of the reasons I actually got Ungrim is because of that possibility. So not something I'm taking lightly here. Ranger recruitment. Huh. Do I care? No. I want income. So I declared war on these guys because they're not going to do a damn freaking thing. As for Astrogoth, well, I'm recruiting an entire army just to deal with him. And the thing to know about the AI is that their principal armies, let's say they defeat the faction, right? They fight the faction, they defeat the faction, whatever. What's typically going to happen, with respect to that, is that the AI armies are going to be on the furthest point of the territory they just conquered, like the final point of the territory they just conquered. Here I do have a bit of an issue with Tretch, undeniably so. I'm building a barracks to sell it to Queek. Hopefully I can get it done before he declares war on me. And if he declares war on me, well, things are gonna get mighty interesting in the south, but thankfully we do avoid that for a moment. So a rebellion maybe? Yeah, I'm not worried about these guys. Might be a good grudging though. But they will attack anyway, so might as well not bother. Okay, take that settlement. If we get a rebellion, all the better. Yeah, we'll get a rebellion. So they'll be disbanded. If I want infinite money here, I can just start doing the grudge to seal the tombs. Don't think I want to do that just yet though. Okay, over here we do want a runesmith.
Send me to vengeance.
So let's see. So 71%, we're almost finished, but yeah, I'm gonna fail this one. And the sole reason I will fail is because, simply put, I was a bit too aggressive with some of the agreements I made.
Grombrindal.
But that's fine. Like, money-wise, I'm fine. That's not the concern, because I'll just sell the one settlement I have to Queek. I assume he's there somewhere.
I will kill you.
Yep.
Thing. I am Queek.
So we just sell this. We get some money and a non-aggression pact for a moment.
Good.
Buys me time.
Master tyrant.
Just buys me a couple of turns to sort Tretch out. And Scrag.
The forces of Nanga.
Consume.
So yeah, this Age of Reckoning. I wonder, what could I do more? There's nothing I can, actually.
Yes.
Well,
Beards in belts.
except destroying that army. Yeah, ignore the otters out here, that's bullshit. But there is a solution, no problem.
Let us begin.
So just recruit all of this. Give it to him.
For the wisdom
That's a
of
lot of hammers you got. What you gonna do with all those hammers? But yeah, that would be enough. If not, more regiments renowned would do the job.
Retake the realms.
Okay, just repair.
Summon me if you dare.
There's a bit of a risk because of that, but well, I've done all I could in this situation. Maybe I should get some dwarf warriors. Or no, quarrelers.
Fate.
But I'm running out of money. Whatever shall I do? Plenty. Could declare war on Greece if I really wanted to.
Filth. The Black Court has no time.
Karen Carr?
It is done.
The frick is Karen Carr still alive?
I would
A lot of people have been
killing
screwing.
you, but I suppose I
Wow,
cannot.
Silostro Eptat Alifanar.
I would
Can't believe it.
enjoy killing you, but I suppose I cannot.
The
I could cut you
Alright,
down
get the
in an
peace agreement
indeed.
there. Tarx has declared war on us, but we'll deal with him in just a moment.
Ready to defend.
Sigma.
The Celeste
Hetwoman.
champion of the.
So many people that need killing.
Storm Dragon.
By the luck.
Could have avoided some of these if I had gotten as much vision, to be
Make your demands,
certain.
then, dwarfs. But don't expect the Empire to concede. I will.
But there's my money.
Favored daughter.
So as one of the things I said in my video on this subject is that it's always a balancing act. Like, what do you balance, what do you prioritize, all that kind of stuff. Though I might just be able to sneak quickly here.
By my vows. Let us find our deaths.
He's still alive. Damn, that's a resilient bastard.
Dishonored. As long
Okay.
as we walk.
That army is gonna go after Tretch. This situation right here, we're gonna get that to tier 3. Rebellion, but it's not a problem because like once they start besieging Templehof, I'll just get those dwarf warriors to finish it.
Grimnir's axe
Start
first.
getting the hero capacity, one of the main reasons. And I kind of hope, like no joke, I'm kind of hoping that these two armies actually do start marching against me.
Send me to vengeance.
More war agreements that I can get.
I am.
Just for a tiny bit of money.
I think
Eligar.
Ice Queen of Kislev.
Oh, I know what I
news
can
do
do.
you bring to the Ice Throne, friend?
Zazel's a real problem.
My people.
But I did ultimately decide to give Gotrek and Felix to Ungrim. We're gonna need them.
it is time.
Let's try and lure them in.
My axe thirsts for war.
Okay, no. Not enough money. My lord, Tretch. What? He might just save my bacon, though. But what the hell? He just keeps coming. He doesn't stop coming. Even if he ambushes me, though, he can't win. Even with 2 stacks, he can't win. What the like, what is this? Like, okay, flamethrowers are nasty, but it's like those are mostly Skaven slaves. What is he doing? Tretch has just been a generous source of grudges in this campaign. Holy crap. That's no freaking joke.
Bane of demons.
Like, jeez. Yeah, the secret sauce of winning a dwarf campaign, abused Tretch, apparently. Okay, so hopefully he attacks, I get a bunch of grudges.
My Slayer oath would have me kill you where you...
No. That is not an acceptable deal. Surprised a bit that he has so many hammers, though. Well, maybe I shouldn't be. So Tretch ran away. What a surprise! The Skaven rodent ran away. So I failed the current Age of Reckoning, but that's fine. I got a lot of benefits. And the thing is, while I have quote-unquote failed this Age of Reckoning, in the sense I won't get the Grudge Seller Army or Troll Hammers, I achieved a lot of things. So as I said, balancing act. If I really cared about the Age of Reckoning, I wouldn't have gone after Sylvania, for instance, because Sylvania is not going to give you all that much. Beastman? Not quite there, but maybe I would have.
To doom, then. My oath.
Well, regardless. Jeez. Damn.
Destroy them.
They might have ambushed, tried to put an ambush. Oh yeah, big surprise.
Ready?
And now the next Age of Reckoning is only 28,000. So one Age of Reckoning pretty brutal because of all the vision I got. The one right after that, not so brutal, not so bad.
One rag. Time for a deck.
So that's what you kind of need to know about that stuff.
Follow it, you.
Casting the runes. Onward.
And now we go deal with Astrogoth. Obviously, the fact I have lost.
To war. Very well.
Okay, so I want Big Haven because I want to sell that to Katrin. Waltz there.
That's our whole.
But yeah, I want to sell all of this to Katrin. That's going to solve all my financial problems. Let's not sell the Griffinwood. Maybe I sell that to Carl, because we do get the border with him. Cancel that.
Greetings from Sigma.
Hey, it even is useful to him because, you know, Empire Authority. I wonder if how it affects AI.
Dwarves, agreed?
My cook partner,
Yeah,
right.
just one brutal Age of Reckoning. And then the one after that, pretty easy.
It is time.
And I could have avoided all of this. Maybe you do want to avoid all of this. Maybe you do. Now we're left to Tarek, Silostra, Valkia. Valkia. Jeez. Let's get an engineer because we're going to be able to get one. No problem. But yeah, it was the declaration of war. Some of the declarations of war that really hurt me.
Death Seeker. Who's mad enough to follow me? No.
And we can sell more stuff over here
The
to
Frozen
Katrin.
Kingdom welcomes all its allies.
She may not have money, but we can use the AI.
You have been
And more time. Who in their right mind would want more time? It's not nearly as nasty in the game as it should be.
Meowing.
See, more time should be a hellhole.
Ready to defend.
Yes.
So, the dwarves, Empire's blessings. Yes.
I'm guessing Norland doesn't have none to like.
Sigma's will.
Okay, if I just want an easy time here, I'll just recruit some of these guys and make my life a bit easier. I know. Money. Let's cancel that.
Retake the. Make your.
Changeling's still around, but he's not gonna be too much of a threat.
All right.
I stand apart.
He might be willing to accept a peace agreement.
Mother, cruel dreadlord. Am I supposed to listen? Very well. As ordered.
Declare war on Sigvald, why not? Because apparently you got this campaign though. Some of the things. Tretch just being Tretch, I guess. For instance. Festus. Oof, that's rough. Well, it's mostly Azazel, really. He's alive. He's doing okay. He's really hard to defeat. Like, he will be defeated because his AI seems to be a bit too passive, but good luck dislodging the bastard from his position. Let me just get those things. I really want that research and then autonomy of the holds. Like, if I just wanted to rush for the final bit of research, I could, but it's like I do want that control. The rebellions are starting to tick me off. Okay. We could reduce recruitment costs, but yeah, I think it's at the point where you just want to improve your army. But that's the point. I've stated this again and again. Surprised he's been helping out Ungrim. Shock, I admit. Right the wrongs. Okay, get rid of these guys. We don't need them. We don't need these guys. We don't need these guys. Maybe I should recruit another. Come on. Be nice. We could get more artillery that. Yeah.
Throw bearers! Let's march!
We get the Longbeards. We're going with the Dwarf melee army over here, gentlemen.
Let us begin.
So right now I'm left in the. I'm gonna get rid of some of the hammers, I think, or trade them away. So that's my army. I know. Money.
Yes.
You are but gristle.
Yes, saying yeah.
The dragon.
My cook.
Favored.
King Lewin Leonca.
Moors chose. What the more? Spear you upon.
Well, I could accept it for a bit. Might be useful. Could sell the Forest of Gloom, reclaim all of it later on. Scrag is not the threat right now.
Does not
like, I do need the province, but it's kind of pointless to worry about it right now. Okay, let's not accept that. We could give it to. Yeah. So, as useful as these hammers are, gold ranked as they are, we don't need them. I do want an engineer here, so let's just get that to a higher level.
For my oath.
I can recruit some units here to deal with the rebellion.
Send me to vengeance.
Vlad's still alive. After he got his ass whooped by by Sterling, somehow he survived. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he did get his ass whooped. I think he just ran away. Like, he actually won that battle and then he ran away. It just looked as if he had gotten his ass whooped.
Champion of the.
You. Sigma.
Ready to defend.
Xiao Ming. What? Welcome.
Why dare declare war? Well, I'm pretty safe actually from Festus though. We're gonna get a lot of chaos flows to deal with here. But that's the thing, not a lot of grudges. What I need to do is come over here. I need to take Hell Pit, because that's a ton of grudges right there, and deal with Astrograph. Like, I'm gonna help Kislev along the way, but I'm certainly not gonna prioritize their survival. Not the damn chance.
You know who I am.
Then maybe deal with Silostra, leave the ogres alive. I don't know. Or deal with Tarax, sell the territory to Silostra, deal with the Dark Elves. Tricky. Or go beat up Hargonef because they have a lot of grudges. Choices, choices, choices. Dilemmas in this campaign are real. I mean, that's the thing, though. Between the grudges, the legendary grudges, just the distant confederation, even actually, when you think about it, like consider the distant confederation to begin with, you end up in this kind of situation where, let's get, if I spend that money, I'm not gonna like it. But between all of these factors, all combined, all at the same time, like just confederating Grombrindal really changes the campaign a ton. Then yeah, sure, sometimes you might be in a very fortunate position where Ungrim, Thorgrim, Belagar, Malachi do very well in their campaigns. That didn't happen here. Maybe it would have happened in the long run, or maybe Queek would have wiped him out. Tretch is running away, as he should. Little rodent coward. Hopefully the vampires will finally attack so I can wipe them out.
My Slayer Oath would have me kill you where you step.
Of course. That's gonna happen. It won't be an immediate declaration of war. That's the reason it's useful to get a non-aggression pact. I think I could have wiped Vlad out, but I had other priorities. Yeah, so that's the easy part. They're still alive, so they'll attack again and again and again and just keep losing, which fine by me. Grudges, all that. Another quest battle for the White Dwarf.
Ready? Let us begin. Go then. Summon me if you dare.
Yeah, we're gonna get that engineer. What else? Yeah, I do want all of this stuff. The money, it won't be a problem. Oh, damn. Yeah, actually got stronger. What?
Moving exposed.
Right, I'm using this because I need to be sure that I'm not gonna get wrecked.
I must fulfill my Slayer Oath.
Azazel just chilling out. But I'm not really worried about him. I'll even sell it to Katrin.
It is our responsibility.
Though maybe next turn.
Evil.
Or maybe not.
By the strap.
Alright, so the army right here. Ooh. You picked the wrong day. Yeah, easy one. So 10% grudges right there. I might fail again, but that's fair enough. Full army.
Follow it, you. Just don't get in
Just gonna get some dwarf warriors here to deal with the problem. Yeah. Plural over there. I do want the landmark here, but right now I just got damn thing. You know, I thought that Azag was gonna be the bigger threat. I really probably should have. Like, that's the choice, right? Do you go after Tretch and wipe him out quickly, and then risk Azag potentially blowing him with the smithereens because you don't have any. Your main force is not to the north, or do you deal with Azag and let Tretch have all the flexibility? And by the way, you don't need to be aggressive against Tretch because you can easily recruit a small army here in World Age Archway, like maybe 10 units with the garrison, and you can genuinely auto-resolve a lot of those armies. And I'm talking here vanilla auto-resolve, not what I'm using here. Vampires are just... Jeez! You know, when you look at it, it's just like you can't believe it. Like, that's like 4K, because he's got the grudge settlements. 4K in a single go. Jeez. What the hell is that? Okay, we're gonna deal with Silostra. Maybe I should actually just declare war on her. Although she could run away if I do so. Maybe. But she can't use the underway, so her only option would be either to go north to, you know, deal with problems. But yeah, I'm not worried about the situation here. Like, obviously I'm gonna do my best to defend Sylvania, but yeah, not really a priority as far as I see it. So is that done? Yes, it is done. It can't recruit. Actually, wait. Hold on a damn second. Damn it. Yeah, it's nice money, but it doesn't help me with what I want. Let's get some runesmith capacity. Oh, barracks. My bad. I just got a barracks right there. So I'm kind of curious, actually. Oh, damn it! You little freaking annoying little shits. Well, at least they'll get a bunch of grudges. Problem is Astrogoth. I need the next army. Oh boy. I'm really pushing myself into a fucking fire, am I not? But damn.
Welcome
Kinda
to
expected.
my throng.
Can you deal with that on your own? I'm kind of busy. Carl, you've got the easy mode of this campaign compared to it. Like, I've made it the easy mode. He's got, like, what, 3 provinces? Probably not 2, maybe. Though he is looking to get Marienburg, so. So that army... Oh, okay, fair enough. Damn. That's a problem. Well, I farmed grudges from the Lamians before, I will do so again.
Our enemies shall tremble.
Oh yeah, the war has started.
Iron-willed. It's as good as done. Hey up. This way, by Grumney.
They're just running away at this point.
Dishonored.
Cowardly rodents.
Throw bearers.
Okay, I can get Lorem to deal with that. He needs to wait anyway for the engineer, so might as well.
If he wants it done right.
Okay, between the garrison. Rebellion dealt with. Disband this army. Or disband most of it. Vlad attacks. Oh, ain't that the nightmare?
My vows will be satisfied with this.
Fraught. Jeez. Fraught. The gift that keeps... The Skaven are the gift that keeps on giving in this campaign, I gotta tell you. Like, it's not even a fucking funny anymore. Okay, Varenka Hills. Let's sell him the Forest of Gloom, because that's probably gonna get the rebellion soon enough. Oh, now he's at war with Tretch. I see. Damn Tretch.
My anger burns bright.
Would you kindly just stay dead, Tretch? I think we'd all appreciate it.
Me doom, I'm for it. I'm sorted.
Another rebellion. Hooray! Great.
I am the White Dwarf.
I can sell this territory to him.
Only to bring greatness.
So, you know, push comes to shove, there's options.
It is time.
Hello, character.
Kinsman of the Horde. Very well. I am ready.
Yeah, the damn vampires. Alright, leave that as it is. Confederation penalty for one more turn. Rebellion is gonna pop up. I could delay it, maybe. Yeah, but then... Well, I lose the penalty next turn, so that should solve the problem. And now we're gonna be sandwiched between Frot and Azazel. Let them come. I'll take help it, and then I'll Confederate Belegar. That would be the next step in this campaign. Confederate Belegar, get Skaven Blight, get the minor benefit in a Bal. Oh, aren't you clever there, Silostra? I'll just do some emergency regiment renown recruitment there. Alright. Let's see if Frot ambushes us. By all means, ambush Gotrek and Felix and Ungrim and Garagrim. Sure. So he's got portions of Midland. I mean, to be fair, Karl doesn't really accomplish all that much in terms of territorial control. It's just Reichland is such a good province. Black Iron Mine.
Fearless and unbreakable.
Oof, that was rough.
I'm here. Organs.
Leave them be. We got other things to worry about.
The dwarfs need me.
We can also solve it like this. Wait. Black Iron Mine. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well,
No escape plan.
that's a lot of Skaven, gentlemen. Truth be told, it is a good outcome for me because, yeah, I'll win that battle. Though I would really want to fight that one off manually.
By the Gamma's Cron.
I should have moved the army outside of settlement. That way they wouldn't have taken attrition. I just thought Tretch was running. He was setting up an ambush, little shit. Mongol tactics against me. So they're coming for my settlement right there.
I don't think so.
Mostly clan rats, and that's real army, and I got a lot of firepower. I'll lose a lot of slayers, but I don't care.
Don't stop till you're dead.
Finally. The chase is over, rat. At long last.
Fight like a slayer, die like a slayer. Come with.
Probably would have lost a lot of those slayers, truth be told.
Doomed.
Damn. That's
Take
well.
it for the High King.
Even with mods, auto resolve is what it is, right? What's the situation here? Let me just.
Onward.
Right.
Yes,
What
my
gift?
oath is intact.
1.5k grudges. 3k grudges when you consider help it.
Yes.
Please don't run away. Don't be like that.
Forwards.
Let's take help it. He's probably gonna retreat there.
You are.
I am not making an alliance with him. I want to wipe him out after all.
Yes.
It's just beneficial for me to not.
Very well.
Alright, so Karl has most of
Wielder. Amethyst. Future.
Midland. He's taken the fort. He's gonna take Marienburg soon. They have a problem.
The Gamma's Cron prides you on.
Take that.
To doom, then.
The Sweet Lord was Tretch a nightmare.
What do you want?
Far bigger than he usually is. Do I dare? This is a real army. Like Tretch, with all his damn Skaven slaves thinking, I'm gonna rush the dwarf slayers in melee combat with Skaven slaves. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Don't recruit Skaven slaves against slayers. That's just don't recruit them against dwarves in general. It's not gonna work very well for you if you're playing Skaven.
It is time.
that's about it. I'm roughly 40% on this 4th Age of Reckoning. It has been, like, what I do like, and I'm just gonna end it with this, what I really do like with this situation, or like what's happened with the dwarves, is just how entertaining the campaigns end up being. Like, no joke, like, this has been a real fun.
All right.
Like, and I'm not saying that easily, right?
Yes.
Everyone who's watched my channel
So be it.
for a long time knows, you know, how hard it is to impress me in a lot of games. Because, like, I've played games since I was like 7 years old. It's getting closer to 30 years at this point.
Ready to do the guild's
Or really 6 years old. So yeah, anyway, it's getting closer and closer to 30 years. So it's like, I've seen a lot of things, right? I've seen a lot of different games. So I'm a bit concerned about what they're doing, but it's like, yeah, priority help. Oh, Malachi, what are we doing? Are just lashing around. Can I confederate them? No. I will once I take help it. Maybe I should, right? Confederate him. Or get Belagar and go for Skaven Bite and just let Malachi rebuild over here. It's not like I'm rushing the money. And get Malachi after the next Age of Reckoning, because the moment I confederate Malachi, things are gonna get, like, I'm gonna get vision with all the chaos factions in the north, and that's obviously gonna create a lot more problems. Okay, so we just deal with the Lamians. Lord. Maybe I should have gotten a runesmith. Can I get the Fane? Yeah, I can actually. Maybe that's one of the mistakes I made here. I didn't get the Fane, but all the same. Can I win that? No. Can I stop them? No, I can't stop them. I don't have enough money to recruit troops. Anyway, that's all for now. After this point, like, just what I do after this point, just to give you an idea, like, I'd use Ungrim to deal with Mount Silver Spear and then just go beat up Queek. Try and avoid fighting 3 armies of Skaven. It's pretty nasty, but yeah, I did lose a lot of slavers even with auto-resolve, but between the Thunderers, I would have to corner camp this. I'm not gonna lie, I would. But between all the grudge throwers, between the Iron Drakes, between all those slayers, Queek would not have won this battle. Simple as that. Maybe one of the things I could have done was maybe switch some items around, but all the same, just wasn't gonna happen. And that was the only tricky battle, really, there. Some of the siege battles, if you will, but, like, yeah, most of the stuff here, it's like, it's all about positioning. Skarsnik was certainly thing. Let me just give you a summary before I end this. So, your goal is to get your first Age of Reckoning done very quickly as Ungrim. And to do so, you take Grom Peak quickly as possible, recruit Slayer, Slayer Pirates, get Garogrim. That way you have 2 heroes of replenishment. Because you're going to get that Dragon Slayer, you're going to get Garogrim, who's also going to give you a replenishment. Recruit the second army to do the, once Ungrim moves into this province, recruit the second army, or get more Slayers and Slayer Pirates. And get as many Slayers, Dwarf Warriors if you need to fill up your ranks and all that. And then go after Skarsnik. Skarsnik may use Lightning Strike, as he did over here in this particular situation, but you can retreat from that. So it's not a problem. You retreat from that. And the reason I knew I could retreat from that is, like, when I retreated here, right, I was here, he doesn't have enough movement range, or he did have enough movement range to attack me, but he couldn't do Lightning Strike twice against me, so that's one of the things I utilized to my advantage. And then, yeah, you gotta worry about Tretch potentially attacking you. You have 2 options. You can either be aggressive, so recruit a lot of troops here, global recruitment, and go after him. Your armies will defeat him, because he has a tendency of either ending up in a war with Drazov or ending up in a war with Karakazul. More likely Karakazul. Forgrim is going to be relieved of a lot of pressure, but he's still going to potentially end up losing. Skrag is really aggressive towards the dwarves. Now, with your Grudge Seller army, you can either be aggressive and try and go after Azag, or you can do it what I did, which is put them in ambush, and that just really broke both Vlad's and Azag's AI, because they didn't want to walk in the ambush. They likely saw the army, like they saw that there was an army in ambush there, and they can't defeat both the garrison of Karakadrin and the Grudge Seller army, Right, so getting that Grudgeseller army gives you so many options. You have the choice of either keeping Ungrim over here in the south and dealing with all of this, or playing delaying tactics, or maybe even more aggressively than I did. I sent Ungrim north to deal with Azak, but you could decide not to do so, because Azak's also going to most likely end up in a war with Drika. Like, declare war on the Rock Skulls, keep your armies at full strength. Azak won't declare war on you, he'll declare war on Drika. You can let them fight, just keep in mind Azak will win against Drika if that's the case, so just be aware of the consequences there. I decided to deal with Azak while playing delaying tactics over here. Then I confederated Grombrindal, because Grombrindal either gets wiped out very quickly, or by the time I confederated him, he most likely would have been by these two settlements. In this case, he had won to a certain degree against Malekith, though he was likely going to be in the process of starting to lose by the time I confederated him. So I confederated him, beat up Malekith, because obviously, like, all the units you see here, like, pretty much Grombrindal already had. I just merged his armies together, got rid of a lot of the useless stuff, and just, yeah, Malekith doesn't stand a chance. Then with Ungrim, after dealing with Azak, dealt with Vlad. Grudgesellers helped with this situation, because, like, Vlad's not going to go for Zufbar to attack Rompeak. That's the thing. Like, if he goes for Zufbar, he's going to attack Zufbar, but because he was already at war with me, since I declared war on him for Stirland to get money, that helped me out. I got potentially too much vision, and that screwed over one of my third Age of Reckoning, so increased the grudges by an unreasonable amount, but now it was pretty reasonable. Also, Tretch just got tons and tons of grudges. And it's like, I kept defeating rebellions and vampires and Tretch armies here for tons of money and grudges. But that's the thing. Like, I played pretty defensively over here once I took Crookback Mountain. Even before that. And play very aggressively in this side. You don't need to play aggressively on all flanks. And eventually I've been able to recruit, you know, another army. So I've got 5 armies. 2 here, Ungrim 3, 4 over here. They took a lot of damage against Tretch, defeating him because he threw 3 full stacks. Mostly Skaven Slaves, but also some like Ashen Triads and also Flamethrowers. That would have been nasty, but really, because those armies are on forced march, they would have been tired, they would have attacked, like they were besieging me. The mistake I made here was I kept the army in the settlement. He probably would have attacked the army on the field of battle, which wouldn't have been a problem, really, because I could have retreated if I was losing there. Or he would have attacked the settlement and forced my army to defend, but his armies are in forced march. He actually lured me into attacking this. It would have been better in some extent if I had used Underway to go through Emmerich's territory to take Carcassol, or to go through the Sump Pit, though his armies could have gone over here for Crookback Mountain. And over here, yeah, what would I do next in this situation? Well, quick, once I deal with these freaking vampires that just refuse to die. But yeah, deal with quick. Deal with Quake, take Death Pass, merge these armies together, deal with Quake, and then, yeah, Emmerich, Drazov, this army here would finish these guys, and then just march on Astrogoth from the north. Astrogoth's army are likely in this situation right here. He's at war with both Malachi and Frot, or Trog, so it's like that's giving me some flexibility. I don't know how Malachi is doing. He does seem to have a lot of combat power, but he's also lost some territory. But I don't know what the situation here is in the Goromandi not the Goromandi Mountains, in the Altar of Spawns region, or Mountains of Hell, if you will. But Skaven do add a lot of grudges. Jeez, that's so much. Anyway, Costin signing out.